Consistency and self-esteem go hand in hand. So let's chat about it. Roll it. Welcome back to another video where we've been exploring this whole idea of how to be more consistent in life. How to be consistent on a daily basis in achieving your goals, and of course how to start being consistent today if you haven't started. So how does consistency and self-esteem go hand in hand? Well, self-esteem is simply the ability for us to not only trust ourselves, but know we trust ourselves without having to prove it. It's that ability to respect ourselves, to love ourselves. It's knowing, hey, I got this. And when something does happen, we know, hey, I got this. I respect myself enough to not allow myself to be placed in a mental state where I put myself down, I disrespect myself, or any other negative type of talk, negative chatter that comes into our head. And instead, it's go and do and perform the way we know how to perform best. In this series, we're exploring different aspects of how consistency can help you move in that right direction, because it's critical to understand that consistency on its own as a habit not only helps you as a person and grows you as a person, but it helps you with all your other habits. It helps you with all the other skill sets, and of course it helps you with your mental state to keep moving in that right direction. Consistency and self-esteem, they go hand in hand because they're related to each other based on the 5 tips I gave yesterday, or the 5 steps rather, to get moving and being more consistent. And in yesterday's video, we were talking about the 5 steps that bring us to that start of being consistent. Where the first 3 were summarizing the idea behind making sure we really understand our limitations. And through growth and that planning, we're able to put a process together that will get us moving in that right direction. Because once we understand limitations, then we can actually understand what growth needs to happen. And of course, because of that, the plan becomes more logical, not based on our emotions. It's not based on our idea or a narrative of who we could be, but rather what we need to do in order to get to who we could be. Which helps us with step 4, which is keeping control of our expectations. Not allowing ourselves to increase our expectations to a spot where we can really hurt ourselves long term by over expecting, because you know what they say about assumptions. Which brought us to the last step, and this is the critical one that relates to self-esteem. And this is accountability. Accountability is critical because we need to be accountable for what we are doing, whether we are executing the plan or we're not executing the plan. Whenever we execute the plan, well, we increase our chances for success, which drives motivation. And motivation loops us back through the system so we can start going through our limitations once more, understanding what we've learned, what we've grown through, and what we need to grow through. It's a loop that drives growth. And when we drive growth, self-esteem grows. Confidence grows because we know we can do more, we can do better. And because of this, well, we're able to become concrete in the idea of who we are, especially in the things we're trying to do. It's ours, it's our own. It's us to say, yes, we are doing this. And this is driven by a consistent growth pattern that will lead you to that mission and purpose that you've given yourself. If your self-confidence is rather low in any one area, the idea is very simple. You need to find growth, which means you need to consistently work on that growth. You cannot expect for your self-esteem to go up on any one area without growth to occur. And the reality is, it's a simple idea. In theory. In theory, it's simple. In practice, incredibly hard to do. Because at the end of the day, self-esteem grows as you grow. It grows as your motivation moves you. But when we have those bumps, well, it goes down a lot faster than it went up. And then it takes us a while to get back on that horse and start riding in that right direction again. Or does it get back on the bike, start riding again? The idea is that you need to focus on being motivated through growth. And this will come by you focusing on growth. Thus, consistency breeds the opportunity for not only success to happen, but for your own self-esteem to grow on any one area. And of course, this applies to business, careers, the personal life, your friends, family, your significant other, all those relationships. This all applies. It's practice, continual practice, and being able to be truthful with yourself, be accountable to yourself, and understand that we need to experience growth. Motivation will come, and of course, self-confidence, self-esteem will grow. My name is Nikos Rentas. This is mentorsapproach.com. Hit that like button if you like what you see. Of course, hit the subscribe button to get your daily motivational idea to get you moving in the right direction. And of course, leave your comment below. Leave your story. What have you experienced? What would you have done different? Because who knows? Somebody might be reading your comment and you might help change their life.
Snow again.